What is up, Aries? How are you all doing? It's time for your weekly check-in. We gonna see what's happening with y'all. Second week of March. Man, I'm up to date this month, ain't I? You know what I noticed is weird? Today's the first day of Mercury retrograde, and I feel fucking amazing. Isn't that weird? I can't remember off the top of my head a time that that's ever happened, dude. Anyway, for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description of this video. Like I've said before, most people prefer the general personal readings. They're cheap as hell. I like them because they're quick, easy, and to the point. All you got to do is click the topic that you want read, and I do the rest. Those have been a favorite since I started them last year. I do offer more than that, though. You can read up on everything that I have to offer on my website. Link is in the description. Oh, yeah, only a couple more days, 2 more days. And my course on attracting your life partner goes bye-bye. March 1st, it goes bye-bye. I do not know when we're breaking it back out again. Link for that's in the description as well. All right, let's see how this energy's looking. Aries and the person they're dealing with. Second week of March, how's it looking? Uh-oh. Why does that got to jump out first thing? I hope that's not the theme of the week. I hope it ain't. Every time I do a weekly reading, whether it's an individual video like this or an all signs, there's always a theme for the week. There's a theme that like 10 of the 12 signs all share. Every time it's been that way for the past 7 years now. I hope it ain't this. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Hang on, let me see. Let me see what else comes out with it. I think I know where this is going, but I want to make sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Kind of sounds like somebody that obsesses over you a little bit, you know? But not in like a good way. Yeah, see, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords reverse next to the Devil. And the 9 of Swords. That's somebody that obsesses over you. Like obsessively thinking, you know, thinks about you obsessively. I don't have the card here that would tell me that they're keeping an eye on you, but I'm sure if they have an avenue to try to keep an eye on you, they are. Like if you have a social media that they could look at, or if they know people that know you or something, I guarantee it. The card's not here, but I guarantee you they do. Guarantee it. 98% chance. I got that karmic wheel reverse too, so obviously this is a very heavy karmic tie. And yeah, you both feel it. Yeah, you both do. For some reason, they are wanting to keep this to themselves, though. They're doing little shit to try to get your attention. And if you ain't responding, they ain't letting nobody know that they give 2 shits about you. I don't know why. I think they're embarrassed. I think they're a little bit embarrassed. Yeah. It doesn't really look like they're making any efforts to try to go around any blocks in communication. Like, say, for example, you have them blocked on Instagram, but not TikTok. Well, they're not going to TikTok to write you. You know? This is weird. This feels like somebody embarrassed to me. That's what that feels like. Let me see their intentions at the deepest level. Let's see how deep it goes. How deep do they go? Extremely immature. So here's the, okay, yeah, all right. This is, I'm going to have to word this very carefully. I'm going to have to word this very, very carefully. So, like I said, extremely immature. Extremely. with the Knight of Wands reverse, Page of Cups at the deepest level. But the further up it goes, the more it's like they mean well. They're just not mature enough to know how to handle their feelings. Does that make sense? They mean well at the deepest level. I don't think they're playing games at the deepest level. But in order to play games, there has to be some sort of conscious intent behind that. You know, if you're just an idiot, then technically, if you don't know any better, I can't technically say you're playing a game if they don't really know any better, you know? And I hope I didn't speak this into existence, being the theme of the week. If you dealt with somebody that has an addiction issue, no, they are not clean, but obsessively thinking about you. Not in a good way. That's not a good thing, by the way. You know, I think this person has some serious, deep-seated issues they haven't worked on. And playing the victim. Way too afraid to even come. I think I know what it is. I think the reason why they don't want you to know this, or they don't want anybody to know this, is because they know they did something wrong, you know? And they don't want to get called out on it, if that makes sense. This is an interesting individual you're dealing with here. But just because I don't think they have the worst intentions in the world at the deepest level, that doesn't excuse shitty behavior. I'm not saying that that makes anything that they do okay just because they don't know any better. You know, the reason why I give intentions is to give you the ability to make the most well-informed decision behind whether or not you choose to excuse shitty behavior. You know? Because everybody draws that line in a different place. There's some things that if I know your intentions, I'll let it slide. If I know your intentions, I'll let it slide. There's other things where, fuck your intentions, you cross the line. Where do you draw that line? Everybody draws that line in a different place, you know? Anywho, I guess let's get the advice. Gotta do what I tell you. What I tell you. What I tell you. I had a feeling, dude. I had a feeling. Okay, look, same cards. Same ones. Okay. Well, just know what you're dealing with. That's all I'm gonna say. Know what you're dealing with. Know who you're dealing with. Okay, just know that. When, in order for a reconciliation to work successfully, both people involved have to bring a new energy back to the connection. The only energy you're in control of is your own. I do not think this person really knows how to bring a new energy to the table. That requires a level of spiritual understanding and emotional intelligence that I'm not going to say nobody has, because a lot of people do. I watch a lot of people grow and evolve and transform into different people. I just don't think this person has it. And there's the stalker card too, by the way. There it is. There it is. All right. So just know that. That's all I'm going to say. If you choose to play the same game, you going to win the same prize. You going to win the same prize. Okay. All right, whatever. All the same cards are coming out in every spread. So, and also, this person is really holding on to that victim energy, you know? And you know that when somebody's holding on to that energy, it doesn't matter why they're holding on to it. Doesn't matter why. even if, okay, so let me explain this. Let's say that they are the victim. Let's play devil's advocate for a second, speaking of the devil card. Let's say it was you. Let's say you fucked it all up, right? And you wake up one day and you have a come to Jesus moment and you say, dude, man, I can't believe I did that. That was fucked up. You know what? I'm going to change my ways. I'm going to become a different person. And you do. You go inside, you start flipping switches and turning wrenches and really transforming, and you bring a whole new version of you back to the table. But they don't. And they're still stuck on that I'm a victim of what you did to me energy. You can't technically call them right or wrong, but that ain't going to go nowhere. That ain't going to go nowhere. I know somebody that's still holding a grudge against me over some shit I did a decade ago. You know? I mean, I can't call them wrong. I did. I fucked them over. I did. And I'm very ashamed of it, I apologize. They won't accept it. And it's like, okay, well, it is what it is. Oh, well. At the end of the day, I'm the one that did it, so I can't get mad at them. I can't demand that they forgive me. It's clear that I'm not even nowhere near the same person anymore, but that's what they choose to do. That's what they choose to do. I can't be mad at them. It won't, you know what I'm saying? So, but I highly doubt that the majority of you, maybe some of you, but I don't think the majority of you are the ones who fucked this situation up. But anyway, all right, let's shift gears now. Let me see. So last week I did what's coming in for the singles. Let's see how things are looking with your love interest. Person Aries is interested in anything good happening in the second week of March. I was saying at the beginning of the video, I don't know if y'all noticed this. Today's the first day of Mercury retrograde, and I feel fucking amazing. Isn't that weird? Does anybody else feel that way? That pre-shadow kicked me down pretty good, but today I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm feeling good today, dude. That never happens. Ever. Ever. Mercury fucks my world up when it starts spinning backwards, dude. Anyway. All right, let's see. Aries and their love interest. Boom. Man, this is one of the... These cards always come out for your love interest, man. Not just your love interest, but no matter what sign I'm reading for. When I read for your love interest, Seven of Cups, King of Wands reversed, Seven of Swords. The only one I'm missing here is the Ten of Swords. Throwing in the white towel card usually comes out too, but we do got Seven of Pentacles reversed. This is you starting to lean into the idea that this is just a waste of time. It appears as though maybe this person just wants to be single. You suspect that they're fucking around, talking to other people, playing games, bullshitting you, blowing smoke up your ass. There's no equal give and take here. Very one-sided. So, are you just ending this? Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening? Two of Cups reversed. Doggone it. Doesn't look like much is happening here. Ooh, we're close. Nine of Swords. After a while, after you're dealing with a situation that does nothing but just fuck you up like this, how long are you gonna keep somebody like that around, Like, what's even the point of being in a relationship if all you do is fucking tear me down vibrationally? I think maybe some of you are starting to have that conversation with yourself. Why am I even entertaining you? What's the point of having you in my life if, as a direct result of having you in my life, I just feel like shit all the time? Anywho, let's see how they feel about you then. Let's see what their true intentions is. Five of Pentacles reverse. Is that a fear of abandonment? Fear of abandonment. Fear of rejection. They do have feelings for you. Yeah, Seven of Cups, though. So they do have their options open. Now, I'm going to say that I don't see bad intentions. I don't. Now, if you're new here, I'm going to tell you if I see bad intentions. I'm going to fucking tell you, okay? I ain't the one. I don't sprinkle sugar on the damn readings, okay? I'm not scared of pissing you off. I'm not scared of your mean comments or your hateful emails you write. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That doesn't scare me. I'm going to tell you what comes through. And people get mad at me all the fucking time. I don't give a shit. I tell the truth. I read what comes through. So when I say I don't see bad intentions, you better fucking believe I don't see bad intentions. I do, however, see fear. Fear. At some point in the past, this person was cheated on, fucked over, and hurt very, very, very badly. This person isn't the type of person to play games. They're the type of person that falls in love so fucking hard that if they gave themselves permission to fall in love that hard, you would just be one flip of a switch away from completely annihilating their whole world, right? They're scared to put themselves in that position. Now, while I don't say they have bad intentions, I do disagree with messing around with anyone while you're in that vibrational state, unless they were straight up with you. Were they? I hear that from time to time in my readings. We've been messing around for 6 months. He told me in the beginning he didn't want a relationship. Will he ever want to be with me? No. No, no, no. When somebody tells you that they don't want no relationship, you better listen to them. You better fucking listen to them. Anyway, so unless that's the exception, you know, if they told you that, then that's on you. But if you know, they haven't had no straight up conversation with you like that, then I disagree with you know, getting out there and messing around and playing with people's feelings when you have no intentions of settling down. Because, you know, you getting out there, you playing around, fucking around, people catch feelings. That's what happens. You know? That's what happens. So, yeah, I don't think they're trying to settle down. They're afraid of getting hurt and cheated on again. So they got their options open. They're too afraid. They're afraid of getting hurt. All right, well, advice. Advice. What is the best advice? Well, I tell you what, if a decision isn't made here soon, the universe is about to make that decision for you. And when you're in a situation, any kind of situation, that isn't working out in your favor, what decision do you think the universe is going to make? You think the universe is going to make a decision that doesn't really align with the way things are looking? No. No. If a situation's fighting against you and you keep trying to push it to work for you and it's still fighting against you, when the universe steps in, it's going to kick the tower the rest of the way over. God, what I tell you, theme of the week. Oh, man. Don't, just across the board in general. It doesn't matter who you're talking to, who you messing with, who you dealing with. Try not, unless you're okay with it. We're all grown adults. You're going to do what you're going to do. Unless you're cool with this, try not to let a connection turn into a sex-based connection. You know? That's the foundation that so many relationships are being laid on today. So many. So many. You know? We just get high off of each other because we're both fucking horn dogs. And then next thing you know, we never even took the time to get to fucking know each other. All I know is what you like in bed. That's it. I don't know nothing else about you. What do you think that's going to do to the connection? Fucking months down the line. When that high wears off. When you're no longer mesmerized and hypnotized by that person sexually anymore. Because that day's coming. Then what do you have left? A whole lot of much of nothing. So, yeah. Careful before the universe steps in. Be careful. Be careful. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.